Prasidale. How are you, everyone? My name is Karma Hishey and I'm from Sikkim, and I'm studying in Karma Hishey Institute. Today I would like to share something about my own experience about my monk's life and about feeling about His Holiness Gyawang Karmapa Ugendaru Tilawangitoji. First, I would like to share my first experience of my life, the monk's life, that during my this institute time. Actually, it was really fantastic, and it was really I feel really fortunate that I could able to become a monk in this life. Well, before I joined my education in Rumtek Karma Hishey the Institute, I went in my junior high school, and after then I studied in junior high school since till 2000, since 7th standard. Then after then I lived my study behind the junior high school, and my family and my parents also encouraged me to be a monk and join the monk in monastery or in institute to learn about the Buddhism as monk. But during that time, I was really unknown. I don't have that much wisdom about the monk's life and how will be the monk's life in that monastery and in institute and all that. But I was really excited to be a monk, because mostly I saw the monks when I was kid, and I saw the lots of monks. They are just hanging here and there, and they're doing the rituals, pujas and lamadans, and which I really, when I saw that, then I feel really touched and I feel really admire to be a monk, the way they do the pujas, and the way they play the instrumentals and they play the and dancing of the lamadans and all that. And then I was really I thought that it was really wonderful and it was really fantastic. But when I joined in 2005 in here in the Rumtek monastery or in Karma Hishey and Institute of His Holiness Gyawang Karmapa, and then was the reality of exactly the reality of the monk's life was really difficult. And I felt that during at that time it was not what I saw before. It was just the telecast or kind of a tailor of the monk's life. Well, I can say that we can say the tailor of the monk's life, that I just saw the sum of the part, but I didn't saw that I could not able to saw I could not able to saw the inside the life or the struggle or how the strict of the rule and regulation are during at that time. But I feel really fortunate. But it was really tough during the first time, because it was really I don't have that kind of knowledge before, and it was really hard to in settlement or to be grounded during the first time or the first for 1 or 2 years, because you have to be steady, and time to time you have to be take care of your own self, and you have to be because also the language that I was not familiar during at that time, because and they used to talk in here in Jeddah or in a monastery in the Tibetan language, and I'm not belongs from the Tibetan family, and I belong from the Sikkimese family, which is really different. But luckily, our language and Tibetan language, it mostly are similar and really common, and maybe that kind of things or language also helps me some of time to understand the language, the way the teachers teach me or they teach us. And so, but during the class and during the 1 or 2 years, it was really difficult to could not able to catch what exactly they want, they are telling us, or they teaching us. But it was really tough. But slowly, when slowly to keep passion inside in on your own mind and keep going on and on and on, the slowly the things will getting easier and easier, and it was really great. And then I complete my education in 2015, my graduate, and it was really fantastic uh, time that I learned and I got experience in my life, and and I was also feel really fortunate, and I feel really fortunate because that I could able to get the opportunity to be a monk in His Holiness Gyalwang Karmapa Institute. And I feel also really lucky. Maybe there was a really good connection in previous life of mine, that maybe I got I did some good accumulate, that I could able to to get the opportunity in this life to study about the Buddhisms, especially in his main seat of Gyalwang Karmapa, then which is really wonderful. And after complete my graduate, now I'm doing the volunteers to be as a teacher, and I'm teaching some of students on here. But overall here in an institute, everything is really good. Everything is really fantastic. As a hostel and education is all a little free because of the His Holiness, because of his love of compassion and his kindness, because we got all of the free, maybe because, and also because of the sponsors, and I didn't feel that much pressure in anywhere. Even I got out of physically problem, or in mentally, or in educations, they all provide, or they all from administrative Karmapa administrative from office, they will always be a backup over there. They are always there when the students when the student need them, and so they are always there, and they back up us, and which is really thanks to His Holiness, and thanks to all of administrative staff, and all the higher learners and teachers, and so which is I am really feel really fortunate. Now I will I don't have so many things to talk about or to share about with you guys about His Holiness, and about His Holiness, because you guys know everything, or mostly very everything more than me, and but as a personal, that what I feel really, as before I mentioned, that I feel really blessed, and I feel really special. I feel really lucky, or I feel really fortunate that able to met him, or to get as my root guru, as my teacher, as my leading master. And so I got an audience, or I can say, as a general language, in a general language, I saw him in 2005, at the 2005 end of the year, when I was when all of the institute students are taken in Bodh Gaya to join the Kajumala. During that time, I saw His Holiness. I got an audience also to blessings from His Holiness. I saw that during that time. And just before, I just heard about the Karmapas names and all of that, but I didn't saw that His Holiness still till that moment. But I feel really fortunate, and I feel really touched when I got an audience with we bunch of group with students and to His Holiness, and during that first audience, and His Holiness give us the advice, and some of teaching. Mostly he give advice how to study and how to keep ourselves to maintain in monastery or in institute, because he know how difficult to learn and to maintain yourself in rule and regulations in monastery and in institutes. So he always back up during that time, and he always give us a boost of the backup or the boost in our mind that should be motivate, or to should be, he gave me really great message and advice to motivate or to generate to be in positive ways and positive within a positive mind. And since that until 2005 till last year, till before 2 years ago, I got a good opportunity to always every year I went in Bodh and able to see and able to get the audience with His Holiness. And actually I don't have that personal connections, or I don't have personal or special moment with His Holiness. Just I feel really blessed to meet him and to be a student of his lineage, and because in this Karma Hishey lineage is one of the greatest and one of the oldest lineage in Tibetan Buddhism, because the first is the Nyingma, is the one of the oldest first oldest lineage, and then after that is the Sakayupa, is one of the second oldest the lineage from Tibetan Buddhism. And especially I feel really blessed because I got a really great master as His Holiness, because His Holiness is known as a Karmapa. The Karmapa is not an ordinary name or not an ordinary fame or kind of a title, because it's Karmapa. It means that the Karmapa is one of the first reincarnations Lama or reincarnations of Rinpoche in Tibet, as known as a reincarnation Tuku, or reincarnations of Lama, as known as His Holiness First Karmapa Tusum Khenpa. So since since that time and before, maybe there's a maybe there is that kind of a custom, or that kind of that kind of a lineage, or that kind of a change. Maybe there is not, since that there is that kind of customs or to Tuku, the reincarnations, Tukus and all that. But the first Karmapa is one of the first reincarnations Lama, or as a man in Tibetan Buddhism. So since till today and to 17 Gyawa Karmapa, and feel really great and feel really feel really blessed, or feel really fortunate that able to be his student. And I have a really, I don't know how was my previous life, or I don't know, but I have a really every time I feel really strong feeling. I have always have a strong feeling or emotion or motivations about towards previous Karmapa. Even then I could not able, in this life I could not able to see him, or I could not able to get an audience, because he passed away in 1982 or something. I born at 90 something, so I could not able to, it was really long gap that I could not able to see, or I could not able got an opportunity, that kind of opportunity. But I got a lot of informations, or I got a lot of the story or biographies about previous Karmapa, and I feel really touched whenever I saw his photos, and whenever I got an opportunity to hear about His Holiness, previous Holiness. So which is feel really great, and I feel always I feel always feel really sad how I could not able to see, or I could not able to, how I could not able to, why I could not able to see His Holiness in this life, because I feel really great what's power of mind, or power of kind of what's the emotions towards a lot towards His Holiness. And also lots of my teachers and all of my seniors monks or senior teachers, all they used to be share their experience with the previous Karmapas, and also present karma of His Holiness Gyeong Karma Ugendo Doji. And so we just comparing with that's kind of what's the story or biography or kind of his activities between His Holiness and previous His Holiness and this present His Holiness is very similarly, and there is no difference, but difference of some of only the form, but the way that the activities or way that they nurturing to his devotees or to sharing his love and compassion towards to his whole towards to his to all the center beings, and special towards his devotees. It was really there is no difference. And so, and time to time when I got the opportunity, I really love to hear about that things, so it also helped me to to know about more His Holiness and present His Holiness. And yeah, obviously, so so nowadays I could not we could not able to special I could not able to each and every year we've been in Bodh Gaya, but could not able to see him or could not able to get an audience with him. But I feel really sad. But this is the nature of this is the nature of our life. Sometimes we could not able to we could not get whatever we want or whatever we wished. This is our life, and yeah, feel really disappointed that without his leading or without his leading present or without his present in Bodh Gaya, any kind of things could not be satisfied or could not be feel really feel great, feel satisfied whatever things has happened. But even though everybody give their best, but maybe there's absence of the present, absence of His Holiness, and that could not feel comes. So maybe I can't in my personal in view or perspectives, I could not point to whether the Indian government or any kind to any person that His Holiness could not ever allow to come in India or that. But mostly people used to say, oh, maybe because of that government, or maybe this office or that person's doing obstacle or to making a problem something. But yeah, it sounds like that. But mostly when I make my mind and calm down and say, oh, maybe I'm not I used to say, I don't know the other person and to everyone, but in my own my views, and I used to say, oh, maybe I have not good enough accumulations, or maybe I did not did good enough accumulate that that I can see or that I can get the opportunity to audience with His Holiness or each and every year. Or maybe I have maybe day by day or moment I getting a lot of negative karmas or negatives, negative words or negative minds or negative karmics or actions. Because of that, His Holiness is one of the greatest and the pure Bodhisattva, and he is one of the living Buddha. So maybe because of I don't have that kind of a chain, or maybe I don't have that kind of hook that I could not. I don't have that kind of hook. That's why His Holiness is really far away from me, or far away from us in with form of as a physically, but as a mentally it's always here and there. But as we are human being, we always used to love, want to want someone who you love or who you want to see, to want to see as a very physically in form of front of us. But sometimes it doesn't comes this way. Maybe we are not good enough to see him each and every year. That's why His Holiness, that's why the things getting worse now these days, but I think so this is the really rough day or rough time for us and for me, and so that's why I think it's better to do some accumulate, to earn some accumulate, do some the prayers. Not, I can't say the prayer doesn't, I think the prayer doesn't helps you that much, but mostly your action does, and the action with the motivations, the action not without motivations, it's just as the useless as just ordinary the things or actions. But if you want to be if you want to be His Holiness to soon to arrive back to India, or to teach again, or able to see him again too easily, that I think we should stop to be pointing each at other, or pointing at that government or that person or that administrator, and to stop that things pointing to others and pointing in outside. Just look in our own self, what you are doing and what I am doing, and so maybe I am really not good enough, so I should have to earn what you earn, what we have to be earned, or what I have to be earned, to be accumulate or accumulations, or to be do a really good karmics, and to keep a faith and to keep motivations towards His Holiness, because His Holiness is one of the living Buddha, and in this our life. So if you want your teacher or the Lord in front of you, or the front of that, you should be prepared, or you should be on the clean in both ways, in out physically, and also especially through your mind. If you are the clean, or if you are really pure from the purify, or if you are pure through by two or three doors, then why not? Definitely His Holiness will be, because His Holiness will be soon as we can get an easily audience like before, and or see him as like before, as very easily and oftenly in each and every year. So because His Holiness is the pure Buddha, or the living Buddha, so he doesn't have he don't have kind of differentiates in his mind. Oh, I don't want to be comes, or I don't want to be do that, or I don't want to be pop up in the front of these people or that people, because he is the he always love each and everybody. He doesn't differentiate, and that person or this person, he are the one of the great. He is always with a full of pure love and compassion. He always love us. He always support us. He always think about. He always worry about us. So what we have to do, or what I have to be do, in my experience or in my perspectives, that we don't have to be lose our faith. We don't have to be lose, or we don't have to be lose faith, trust, and motivations towards lineage, towards dharma, and towards His Holiness. Always keep an positive mind, and to move forward with positive and with the great motivation. And so, and another things, and we should have to be now, I think we should have to be before we getting up of what's in motivations, and we should have to be stop to pointing each other, this and that, oh, he is not doing that, or that is not doing that. And so, and if you continue doing, if we are doing continue all this and that, then it's curse you, or it will be generate your emotion, negative emotion that comes in your mind. Then you cannot able to see the what actually you have to be do, or what actually you have to be see. So because of lots of emotions and attachment, or with the desire, that you cannot able to see the what actually have to be do, and then you are just hook up, or you are going, your mind will be hook up, or distractions with just as a general things, oh, this and that, just pointing in outsider world. But now I think now it's a time to be to stop that and practice whatever His Holiness tell us and whatever His Holiness teach us. I think that is the really great things, because if you want to be, we used to in Tibetan Buddhism, we used to teach us through by our like His Holiness, our lots of other teachers. We used to teach us that if you want to see your master or your teacher to happy, then you have to be do the practice or whatever he told you, or whatever His Holiness told us. Then we should have to be do or to follow on his path or his ways, because that is the only thing that His Holiness will be happy, and this is the only things that we can we can see him as soon as like before, and because lots of people as a really miscommunications or guidance or like that, maybe, oh, if you want to make your master or teacher to be unhappy, then you have to you have to offer a lot of monies, a lot of jewelries, a lot of precious things and that, and then your master will be happy. No, it's not, because if you really want to be happy, to see the happy your master, then we should have to be, and I should have to be, to do the practice and follow the path, whatever he told us, and with full of motivation, with full of confidence, with full of faith, trust, and belief towards Dharma and Sangha and Buddha, and especially towards about lineage and towards about towards our Guru. So this is it what I feel about His Holiness, and again I feel really blessed, and I feel really happy and feel really fortunate to be able to be his student and to be able to take him in as his take him as my root guru into life. And I always pray myself that I can be till enlightened or till liberate myself or my mind. Then I always want to be students of devotions or devotees of His Holiness, and I always will follow him in the good ways. And I always use, and I always wish to all beings in that way too. So end of my this is it. If there is something mistake about my language or about my sharing, please forgive me. And I'm really not good with the English language, but I try my best, so and the final of the dedications, and may all the beings being happy and free from the sufferings, free from the as a general daily lives ups and downs, sufferings mostly, because nowadays lots of our peoples we hook up with internet and with lots of mostly we hook up with very advanced technology that we are hooked up, and we forget what we have to be doing as a naturally, sometimes we forget to take care of your loved one or your families, especially your parents. They just kick it out and just forget that and just hook up their own mind put in a very advanced technology, and that means maybe all the sentient beings or all humans free from that kind of attachment and from that kind of desire, and special and try. I will also try miss these days. Lots of people are very distracted. Lots of people are very disappointed with each others because of ignorance, especially because of the angeriness, and that because lots of people could not control their emotions, mostly the angriness that could not able to control. We could not able to control. I myself also, I could not able to control my to angriness and negative things, but we have to be trying, and we have to be trying day by day to be control our angriness and emotions, negative emotions, and desire and attachment towards. So my own self, I always try to to more or less angry, to be an emotion and to distract in negative emotions. And I wish and all of beings and all of human beings and all of beings be also same in that way. And finally, I wish my root gurus be a really long life and good health, and soon arrive back to India and teach us or to spread his activities in all over the globe and all over the universe. And that kind of through his activities, through his teachings, may all sentient beings be liberated from the suffering of this samsara. Thank you.